Chapter 5, Section 2. Where did Section 1 go? Don't really know, but sum and difference formulas. What we're going to do is find the sine and cosine and tangent at different angles with special trig values that we already know, like the 30, 45, 60 degree angle. These formulas here, sum and difference, don't worry about memorizing them. You're just going to get a formula sheet that you're going to base it off of, and you're going to pick and choose the ones that we got right here. We want to find, say, for example, 75, the sine of 45 degrees, or sorry, excuse me, sine of 75 degrees. I keep on saying 45 because I'm going to break that down into the sine of 45 degrees plus 30 degrees. If I add those together, that is going to give me 75. And what I'm going to do is right here, use this handy little formula and say that the sine of 45 times the cosine of 30 plus the cosine of 45 times the sine of 30 is going to work out to be the sine of 75. Now, it might not be a bad idea to just make a sketch of your special right triangles. Just for reference, there's 30, 60, 2, 1, square root of 3. I've also got 45, 45, 90, 1, 1, square root of 2. Okay, poorly drawn figures, but you get the idea. So sine of 45 degrees is the square root of 2 over 2. The cosine of 30 degrees is going to be the square root of 3 over 2. That's going to give me the square root of 6 over 4. Cosine of 45 degrees, the square root of 2 over 2 times the sine of 30 degrees, which is 1/2. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is get the square root of 2 over 4. I've got a common denominator, so I'm going to combine them into one fraction and say the square root of 6 plus the square root of 2 over 4. And that is the exact value of the sine of 75. Now, the cosine of 15. 15 I'm not going to get with addition, so I might do a little subtraction. In fact, I'm going to change this to the cosine of 45 minus 30, and that will give me 15. So here, maybe I'll do that one in red. And since I'm doing cosine, doing subtraction, I'm going to grab this guy right here. So it's going to be the cosine of 45 degrees times the cosine of 30 degrees plus the sine of 45 degrees times the sine of 30 degrees. So again, square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So that's the square root of 2 over 4. Okay, square root of 2 over 2 for the sine of 45. Okay, the sine of 30 is going to be the square root, sine of 30. I got 1/2. Okay, getting ahead of myself. So I better double check. I think that's the square root of 3 over 2. And that's going to be 1/2. So that's going to be the square root of 6 over 4 plus the square root of 2 over 4. So I'm going to get the exact same thing. Okay, now here, what I'm going to give you is two sine ratios and a cosine ratio of angle A and angle B. Angle A is in the first quadrant, so what that means is I'll use this little shape over here. So for the sine of angle A is going to be in the first quadrant such that the y value is going to be 3, the hypotenuse is going to be 5, and my x value is going to be 4. That's just 3, 4, 5 triangle. Over here in the second one, I've got the cosine of B in the third quadrant, so that angle is going to make itself all the way to here. And that means that both x and y are going to be negative. Now x, negative 5, and here would be 13 for my radius. Little Pythagorean theorem, but from past experience, I know that it's going to be negative 12. So there's my angle B. Now, if I want to do this and take the sine of angle A plus the sine of angle B, and again, like I told you, I don't know these formulas. You won't know these formulas. You're just going to get a sheet that you're going to work with. That's going to be the sine of angle A times the cosine of angle B plus the cosine of angle A times the sine of angle B. Cosine of angle A, so there's A, it's going to be 3/5. Sorry, sine of angle A. Cosine of angle B. So I go cosine, it's going to be negative 5 over 13. Cancel this out, so negative 3 over 13. Okay, plus the cosine of angle A, which is going to be the adjacent 4 over the hypotenuse of 5. cosine of angle, or sorry, sine of angle B, so times negative 12 over 13. And I'm going to get something a little bit more radical, but it should negative 48 over my, let's see, 165. Okay, find a common denominator. I believe I need to multiply this by 5, so maybe I shouldn't have deleted that out, but that's going to be negative 15 on the top, and that's going to be 65 on the bottom. So negative 15 and negative 48. It's going to be negative, let's see, 3, carry the 1, 5, 63 over 65. Yeah, cosine. Now here, we're just basically going to follow suit with the same thing. Here, maybe we'll do that here in red. But it's going to be the cosine of angle A times the cosine of angle B plus the sine of angle A and the sine of angle B. So if I go to cosine of angle A, that's going to be 4/5. The cosine of angle B is going to be negative 5 over 13. The sine of angle A, which is going to be 3/5. And the sine of angle B, which is going to be negative 12 over 13. I'm going to learn my lesson, keep my common denominator, but that's going to be a 65 on the bottom, negative 20 on the top. Okay, plus a negative 36 over 65. So that's going to give me a negative 56 over 65. Again, reduce that if you want, but I don't think it's reducible by anything else. Now tangent. Tangent's a little bit different. Tangent, I'll take maybe I'll do this off the side, ingenuity, but the tangent of A minus the tangent of B all over 1 plus the tangent of A times the tangent of B. Okay, so the tangent of angle A, 3/4. The tangent of angle B, negative 12 over negative 5, so 12 over 5. And on the bottom, 1 plus the tangent of A, 3/4 times the tangent of B, 12/5. Okay, little common denominator work. So that's going to be 15 over 20. 48 over 20. So 15 minus 48, 33, and negative 33 over 20. On the bottom, okay. I've got 1, so I'm going to multiply that by 20. I'm going to multiply that by 5, so that's 15. Multiply that by 4, that's 48. So 15, there's 35. 35 plus, 48, the struggle is real. 83 over 20. I'm going to run out of room here, but I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. And it's all going to cancel out, and I'll end up with a negative 33 over, I believe, 83. Sorry for running out of room, guys, but that is the sum and difference formulas for trig.